The energy that helps us move comes from the food we eat. The digestive system carries out the process of breaking down food into simpler substances. Digestion is of two types. Mechanical digestion is the process that physically breaks down food. Chemical digestion is the process that chemically changes food into simpler substances that the body can use. Digestion begins in the mouth. Chewing is the first step in mechanical digestion. Food is broken into small pieces by the teeth. The tongue pushes food around to help further break it up. The food mixes with liquid saliva. Saliva moistens the food and begins the process of chemical digestion. The tongue moves the moistened food to the back of the mouth where it is swallowed. Food moves from the mouth to the esophagus, which connects the throat and stomach. As the food is swallowed, a flap called the epiglottis comes down to cover the windpipe. What would happen if the epiglottis did not exist? If the epiglottis did not exist, food would constantly go down the windpipe or trachea, eventually choking us. Food is pushed through the esophagus by peristalsis, a squeezing action of the smooth muscles of the esophagus. From here, the food moves to the stomach. The stomach is a muscular sac that stores food. The muscles help the stomach twist and turn to break food into smaller bits. These bits are mixed with acid and digestive juices that cause further chemical breakdown of food particles.
Your stomach has to produce a new layer of mucus every 2 weeks. Otherwise, it will digest itself.
From the stomach, the food moves to the small intestine, a long narrow tube where the food is further digested. Bile from the liver and other digestive juices from the pancreas complete the breakdown of food in the small intestine. Small finger-like projections in the small intestine, called villi, absorb these nutrients that then pass into the blood. Foods that are not broken down in the small intestine move into a short, wide tube called the large intestine. Here, water that remains in undigested food is absorbed. The remaining solid waste is eliminated from the body through the last part of the large intestine, called the rectum. Waste products from the blood are removed by the kidneys. These wastes are filtered by the kidneys and get collected as urine. Urine contains waste such as urea, salts, and excess water. Urine then passes through ureters to a sac-like organ called the bladder, where it is stored. It is released from the body through a tube called the urethra. The kidneys, ureters, bladder, and the urethra are a part of the excretory system. The excretory system is made up of the kidneys, the skin, and lungs. The excretory system removes waste through a process called excretion. Here's a quick recap of what we've learned today. The digestive system carries out the process of breaking down food into simpler substances. The kidneys, ureters, bladder, and the urethra are a part of the excretory system.